Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. In this short video, I'm just going to talk about optimizing your monthly Paimon shop. As you can see on the screen, currently, as of the time of publishing this video, there are 2 days and 8 hours left on the current Paimon shop for September 2021. So in October, it's going to update, obviously. So I just want to do this video because I myself think about it every month, basically, too. So we're going to talk about how to optimize your Stardust and your Star Glitter. So specifically for your Stardust, I recommend that you for sure have to go and get both the Acquaint Fates. There's only 5 of them, and 5 of the Intertwined Fates every month, okay? Because, I mean, they say they're discounted, but regardless, they're wishes that you can buy from the shop using your Stardust. Secondly, if you have leftover Stardust that you do not plan to use anywhere else, I recommend buying the Adventurer's Experience ×3, as well as the Mystic Enhancement Ore, as well as the Mora. There are limits of these, that's why they're sold out right now, okay? You also see on the screen that I bought the Spectral Hearts and the Spectral Husks. Those are not required, but because we just entered Inazuma in 2.1 right now and I wasn't really farming those specters, that's why I just decided to spend some of my Stardust on that. Those are not required. Anything else on this list in the Stardust section are not required. I will be honest and transparent though. When we first entered Inazuma in 2.0, I did purchase from this shop using my Stardust some of these handguards and some of these handguards because again we weren't able to and some of these prisms because we weren't able to kill enough of those enemies early on to get them in order to ascend and level up our new Inazuma characters when we first came, right? Such as Ayaka and Yoimiya and Sayu, etc., etc. Oh, also the Sentinel gears as well. These chaos gears, yeah. So that's what I was willing to do, but I don't recommend that. If you can just spend the time to go and farm them and kill those enemies every day, basically, or throughout the day because they do refresh, then do that instead and stockpile them for a few days and then just go and level up, okay? Another item that you could consider purchasing is the Dust of Azoth. You do not need to buy it out every month though. You have 100 available every month. You can just buy like some, enough to get you by if you're going to convert any of your elemental crystals, okay? After you buy out all the Mora from the limit that it gives you, I think there's only 30 maybe, so a maximum of 300,000 per month, basically. Then it switches, as you can see, this is 10 Stardust, all right? It switches to an unlimited version above. As you can see here, it will become 20, so it's double the cost, but it's unlimited. There's no limit on this one. So you could do that too. But obviously, as I have some Stardust left and I am in need of Mora myself, I am not going to switch it now because there's only 2 days left before it resets to get the 300,000. So of course I would do that because otherwise you would spend you would spend double the amount of Stardust to get only the same amount, basically, right? 300,000. Okay, so I recommend those. Secondly, for Star Glitter, I do not recommend getting anything from the Star Glitter shop because Star Glitter is much more rarer than Stardust because Star Glitter you need to get duplicate copies of weapons and characters in order to get Star Glitter. And you'll see here that I did purchase out the Black Cliff item here. I will talk about that in the next video, so let's not focus on that right now. But in terms of Star Glitter, what can you consider purchasing with it? You can consider buying these wishes as a way to, I guess, give yourself a rebate from wishing. If you wished a lot and you're free to play or early playing or you're low spending, definitely if you want to give yourself a rebate, just kind of like a cashback credit card, for example, like say you buy something and then you're able to get something back, then yeah, you can spend that on buying more wishes here if you wish, okay? I'm not against that because I've done it before and other streamers have done it too. In terms of collecting character copies, again, the characters do rotate enough on regular banners, so I actually do not recommend buying characters. Now, when this game first launched, everyone recommended getting characters, and that was normal. I also got them in the first few patches too, from like 1.0 to like maybe even 1.3, right? But eventually, you will realize that these 4-star characters do come back enough on banners that you don't need to. Also, you might get copies of them on your standard banner and also as off-banner wishes as well, that are even if they're not rated up, right? You might get even some from the weapon banner. So I do not recommend buying characters because they cost 34-star glitter. However, if you were to, make sure that they're for constellations and for characters that you will use and that you care about, okay? Obviously, if you're a collector as well, then you would still want to max them out, but keep in mind, with events as well, it alternates between free weapons and free characters. Remember that. So right now on 2.1, it's free weapons. That means in 2.2, it's going to be free characters. And obviously, there'll be new rate ups as well on the banner, right? So as you can can see here, it's Ningguang and Xingqiu. And just for those of you who do not know, the Paimon shop, once it resets, it does follow a cycle. And actually, the next cycle of characters to be coming back will include Amber because it will go back to the original cycle now, moving forward. So just keep that in mind. So don't feel that you have to get them all because it will, or that you have to rush. There's no FOMO here. We've been around in this game long enough to know now. So I can tell you right now, I have it in my notes here. The next cycle, and this is obviously not official yet, but it's likely because it already happened one cycle, like it already recycled once, because it's been 1 year now. It basically recycles every 6 months, okay? So it's time for the next recycle right now, because we're at the 1 year anniversary of the game now. The next recycle should be Razor and Amber, followed by Lisa and Bennett, then Barbara and Kaya, then Fischl and Shengling, then Beidou and Noelle, and then as you see on the screen here, Ningguang and Xingqiu round out the final cycle. There are currently no official releases or announcements as to who, if they're going to include any of the newer characters, such as Rosaria, Sayu, Yanfei, Diona, any of them into the cycle, or Xinyan, any of them into the cycle, okay? So keep that in mind. But currently, this has recycled once already. And speaking of which, when we talk about recycling, also every month it alternates between the Blackcliff series and the Royal series of weapons to pick up, okay? So I will talk about that in the next video, okay? So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I hope that you found that this video very useful and helpful. I just wanted to make this video as a once and for all kind of, just to make it definitive as to how to optimize your Paimon shop every month, okay? And if there are things that you want to get from the shop before it resets, I recommend that you do so before it resets, because once it resets, you can then get it again, right? So keep that in mind, and I'm sure a lot of you are sitting on some Stardust and some Star Glitter from all the recent, wishing for Raiden Shogun. I don't think many of you wished for Kokomi. I did wish for her recently, yesterday actually, so do check that out. But also, I think most of you wished for Raiden Shogun for sure. So, and maybe the previous ones, like Ayaka, maybe Yoimiya, right, maybe for Kujosara as a 4-star, maybe for Sayu, right? So definitely you guys may be sitting on some. So anyway, I hope that this helped you. Please like this video, please subscribe, please leave me some comments, ask me some questions. I love to interact with you guys. And please feel free to check out my other videos. My next video after this will be about the Blackcliff weapons. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.